I'm sure you too have personal and professional goals. But how to handle this as a self-employed person? So many people are going to say, well, they're one and the same. If you have your own company, you don't have a life anymore. Which is hopefully not true. At least this is never the idea when you set out. But yes, of course, your driver, why you found a company, has very much to do with yourself, with your inner true values, about how you are as a person. And that's what makes you authentic. And this is what also going to make you successful. But only because you put your personality and a lot of personal input and even your personal finances into starting your own company does not mean you don't have any personal goals, so to say. So of course, at times, your personal ideas might have to, keep quiet, because there definitely are times when you have to focus everything on your company, no weekend, no time meeting up with family and friends, a spouse at home who might not be that enthusiastic about you traveling the world, setting up your business. But there are definitely times when you need to focus and think about what is really important. Because work is not just work. If work is your identity, if you work for your personal goals, then this is true. But you can only be a good business person if you also have a good personal life. Ideally, they go hand in hand. So one example, for example, would be if your personal goal is to have kids in 5 to 10 years, then of course your company goals ideally are in a way that you now put a lot of effort into it. Your company is going to be successful within the next 3 years. And then by the time you actually are about to found a family, your company is pretty much set. Maybe you have already employees and the company is growing. Of course, if you first need to develop a product and you know it's going to take 10 years to pass all government hurdles and so on, you either have the kid before or you must think of a different scenario. But never think that as an entrepreneur you cannot have to have personal ideas, personal goals, not. But try to merge them more than ever, because there's no one paying the bill if you haven't take care or consider the situations when you might have a kid, when you might need time to rest. So this is for you to take into account. That's it for now. See you next week.
Hey, and welcome to Malish's Compagneur program and our monthly topic, targets, and the weekly subtopic, personal versus professional targets. So as I'm staying here, we will talk about the personal and professional targets of an employee. So you as an employee, you might ask yourself, well, I can separate it. I mean, I'm a private person when I'm leaving the office, and I'm a professional person when I'm arriving in the office. But let's be honest. So for example, of course, you can divide both targets. But if you decide in your private life to run a marathon, what do you need to do? You need to practice. You need to exercise. And this is really time consuming. You have to have the right mindset for that. You have to study all the different options for trainings which are existing. On the other hand, as a professional person, you decide to run a project which will cost you a year to create a success. My question now is, so for example, if you decide to run the marathon, are you 100% giving of your energy to the office? Or on the other hand, when you decide to run this project and to achieve the next promotion, are you 100% available at home? So this is a little bit tricky, really, to divide it. In my opinion, or my advice is always to have goals which are going together. So your life plan cannot be that much different, so that you need different goals in different aspects, so in a personal life and in a professional life. Of course, you will have different aspects, so sometimes you are more related to your private life and sometimes you are more related to your professional life. But really to say, I can 100% separate my private and my professional life, it's honestly not really practical. And if you are honest to yourself and reviewing all your last years, you will also agree with me that this is really difficult. So, but what to do? So how to have personal and professional goals? So as I mentioned, it's the best that if you are in a job where you're absolutely d'accord with, where you have your passion for, and where you don't need to have a difference in your private life against it, or that your private life is not fitting into your professional life and the way around. And to find this is really difficult, I know, and a lot of you are in positions where these are two different worlds. So it means when you're leaving the office, you are happy to leave the office and really close the door and be another person. But try to find your passion, try to find a job who is driving you so that you are having both together and that your private life, so your personal goals, are not that much different from your professional goals, so that they are going in harmony together. Only then you can be successful in both parts. But if you need some ideas and support, so get in touch with us, enjoy our Compagneurs program.